Good morning. It's not the morning. I have basically just woke up though. Ever since getting back from the US, I had like maybe 4 days in a row that I was just immediately back at work. I haven't had really any time to just chill out. This is the second day I've had, and both days I've slept until like 2 p.m. so I don't want to hear it. But anyway, this video is going to be a get ready with me slash I'll ask questions. I've written them all down on this like little etch a sketch looking thing because I have one phone. I don't have anything else to use. I could have gone down and used my PC, but then I can't really do my makeup on my PC. It looks a bit, it would be a whole mess. I would make a mess because it's me. So I'm so sorry that I feel like every video I just look rough, and it's because it's always vlogs or I've just like got back and quickly done a review or something. So far, like I don't look presentable ever on this channel at this point, and like I hope by the end of this I do, and I don't just like end up making like the most disgusting look I've ever done in my entire life. But it's possible, like I wouldn't put it past me. But anyway, I like my shirt. It's a Maxxxine shirt. It's pretty cool. Got it from the A24 store. There's a Halsey on the back. Is that Halsey? I don't know. On the back. Really cool. Ow, breaking my back. So I'll start, shall I? I don't even know what I'm doing with my face. I forgot how to do makeup. Great question. I don't know. Mars? Who knows? So I was originally born in a place with no makeup, apparently. Cool. First question. Where are you from? I was born in Glasgow, so Scotland, and I moved here when I think I was about, I don't know, a few years old, I'm pretty sure. Like, it wasn't like instant. I wasn't like fresh out the station and just like transported over to England. I was only there for a little bit of time, hence why I don't have an accent. There's like a occasional twang I'll have in like some words or whatever, but I just don't have the accent. The rest of my family do though, so I just feel like the odd one out. In Glasgow, and then moved to southwest of England, so like I guess farmerland, I don't know what you want to call it. I feel like I don't really have an accent. I feel like I'm just kind of straight up got an English accent, or just very plain, nothing really to it. Just, yeah, just an English accent, I guess, with an occasional word that will sound a bit. Well, that depends what you're talking about. If you're talking about popcorn, I choose sweet, but generally I prefer savory food. I don't know, I'm more of like a actual snack person more than like eat sweets. Sweets just make me feel sick so fast. I don't know why. I feel like when I was younger I would have preferred sweets, but now I just don't. I look like a ghost. A ghost. A ghost! I'm gonna go for savory on that one. I'm a star! Please, I'm a star! That is definitely Jess asked that question, obviously. Still a barista, so soon I will be a star. Yes, of course I am. You see what I'm doing right now, of course. Next. So I can't be a main character? Oh my god. Okay. I immediately go to Scream just because Ghostface the Killer is iconic, and also I feel like it'd be entertaining, and also if it's like the first Scream, Billy Loomis.
The Exorcist was on. Got me thinking of you.
I feel like I would don't give off Sydney vibes, I don't think. I don't even think I give off Tatum vibes. I feel like she's too cool for me. Probably would be the person that would get killed thinking that, you know, they're just being funny or being like sassy or whatever. That would be me. So I'm gonna have to go with that. I reckon it's gonna be a Scream situation for me. Well, it's difficult. I'm a really big fan of Resident Evil as a game. Very big fan of it. But I have such a strong place in my heart for Silent Hill. Very big fan of Silent Hill, but as a whole I feel like I'm gonna have to go with Resident Evil, just because of like how much I've played Resident Evil. I've played like I'm pretty sure I played every Resident Evil game. Maybe not like all the remakes. I still haven't played number 4 remake. Don't come for me. It's also really fun co-op. I know that everyone shits on number 6, but it's so fun as a co-op. Just like stop taking things so seriously, you know, just enjoy it. Although I never play Ada's campaign because I'm useless. I got stuck at the puzzle. I don't want anyone to hear it. I know. It is what it is. Anyway, next question. Everyone's gonna be like, here it goes. Here it goes. My mind immediately goes August, but I feel like my mind changes so much when it comes to her songs of what my favorite is. I can literally have like one day where I'm like, this is it, you know? It's just, it depends on my mood. Just check what I've got cooking here. That is not great. That is not good. Actually, I just wasn't recording this entire time.
Two hours later. One eternity later.
It's gonna be August, isn't it? It's just gonna have to be. She looked at me during August when I went and saw her, and it altered my brain chemistry. I've not been the same since. So while I look like a clown now, in like 5 minutes I might look a bit less clowny. So, Jade Clowney Jr. I'm gonna go with August. I feel like it's an easier, a safe choice for me, but realistically, if we went through like each and every album, oh my god, it would take me ages. But what is that? I'm talking absolute shit again, aren't I? I definitely would have a different answer, obviously, depending on what album, what era. I could definitely go through that, but no one has the time in the world for me to do that. So look how good I am at doing makeup, guys. Look how snatched contour, am I right? Gee, the blending on that is terrible. I am actually also a qualified makeup artist. You wouldn't believe it, but I am. The proof ain't on here for sure. Salt, air, and the rust on your door, bitch. I was only in Scotland for a very short amount of time in my life. I did visit more regularly as I was growing up to see my grandparents and stuff. Obviously once they passed away, I didn't really visit as much. I didn't do my eyebrows. Once obviously everyone started dying off. I know that's morbid, but you know, it's me. I'm gonna personally say I do prefer Scotland. I don't know if that's just because I've not lived there, like properly lived there. I only associated it with like good things, and like, well, I say not good things, I've been to many funerals, but you know what I mean, like many gigs up there. Last time I was up there I was to see Green Day on my birthday with my friend Ruby. I do really like Scotland. I genuinely feel like people in general are a lot nicer, and generally Scottish people are a lot nicer. They have a really good sense of humour as well, whereas the UK, I feel like you get such a mix, so hit and miss whether someone's either gonna be nice or rude. Where I live as well, it's a small place, there's not many things to do, many things to see. You have to kind of travel out. It's not ideal. I know the reasons as to why my parents did move me here was because they wanted me to have what seemed, I don't know, they thought it would be a better life because I had a little bit of family had already moved down here and whatever. They essentially assumed that if I was growing up in a school in Scotland, I'd end up like pretty rough or whatever. There was like bad crime and stuff back then, so they were worried about it, which is why they moved me down here as well, which is fair enough. And like, I feel like obviously there's a reason why, and I feel like it was probably the right thing to do. I would have loved to know what it was like to actually grow up in Scotland. Guess we'll never know. No. Ooh. I thought about this actually too many times, and I swear to God, if any director, movie maker, whatever you want to call yourself, takes this idea, it's on site. Although it could have actually been done and I've just not seen it or heard about it, it's just not done well. And I have thought about this too many times in my life. My idea, I feel like this is a really strong idea. It needs to be a final girl is the killer type situation, if that makes sense. So you would have a killer which is kind of like a decoy, where it's actually just like a person that's trying to warn people, but they keep getting caught in situations where it makes like it makes it look like they are the killer when they're not, you know? You need something like that so everyone's terrified of this one thing. Like the final girl is the killer the whole time. It's like a split personality thing. I know this was kind of done in that, what's it movie? That James one movie, The Malignant. I guess it was kind of done in that, but that was giving Voldemort and Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone. If I'm being honest, that gave that, and I guessed that. I felt that was quite obvious. I don't know if anyone else felt that was obvious, but I thought that was obvious. Everyone's kind of like hunting down this killer that's not a killer, thinking that they're like up when they're not, and the final girl, who everyone, you know, would see as the main character of it all, is the one that's just a bit of an evil dickhead, you know, and is the one that saves everyone, but is also like just evil as shit, and is the one that somehow like schemed it all. I guess it's kind of giving like a Jill Roberts in Scream 4 energy, but I have said it before and I really do not like her as a killer. I'm so sorry. I know loads of people kick off, but there's just something off about it. I don't know if it's because I don't like Emma Roberts as an actress anyway. I don't think she can act. I can't act. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I could do it. So no, it's not that. I just genuinely believe that she's not good. She's not. It's like she's a Nepo baby or whatever, so she got all of her roles because her aunt's Julia Roberts, which is whatever, it's cool. And there's a lot of people that are Nepo babies and they've been given roles and they're really fucking good. Like Maya Hawke's a good example. She's incredibly talented. I just feel like she just missed the mark, and she's not good at being Jill Roberts. Like what I wanted from Jill Roberts, she just is not giving what you would like, what I thought would have been better in my opinion. But I know a lot of people love her, so maybe I'm in the wrong, but I don't think I am. So actually that's what I want. I wanted a plot where it's basically someone is kind of
2 hours later.
Someone's like kind of framed as the killer when they're not. The actual like main character you're focusing on the entire time is the problem. It's giving anti-hero, but you know, I feel like it could be done really well. If you let me like actually like sit and focus on this, I could probably figure out a really good idea for this. So directors, if you're doing this, let me know. I love them both, I really do. I definitely have a lot more like Jason related stuff in my room. Jason's got one of the best kills in horror movie history in my opinion in Jason X. The cryogenic freezing scene is the best scene for like a kill in my opinion that I've ever seen, or like seen in a long time. Who knows, Terrifier 3 is coming out soon, so what have I done to my face, bro? What is that? The thing is, I love Freddy because Freddy's a funny character. Like, he is just very humorous about everything, and I love that in a killer. I don't know, there's something that will always make me choose Jason, even though I do feel like Freddy deserves more, just because I feel like everyone chooses Jason. But like, Jason will just kind of always win in a fight, I think. I know that like in Freddy versus Jason, Freddy didn't technically die or whatever, because at the end, obviously, spoiler alert, but if you've not seen it, then why are we not seeing it? He had a severed head and he winks at the camera, which is iconic, really. That's such a good film. I know it's kind of like when you watch it now, you're like, oh, this is cheesy as shit. It's such a good film. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I will happily watch Freddy vs. Jason. It's one of my comfort movies. I would be on Jason's side. Like, I know they are in the movie as well, but I would just be generally on Jason's side. I just feel like he's the better guy to some degree, you know? This is what I get for not getting Botox. I do. I have the Terrifier 3 premiere on Wednesday the 2nd of October. I have then got a charity game on Twitch. I'm pretty sure that is on the 19th? Yes, that is on the 19th. I was meant to be going to For the Love of Horror, but obviously I still have a full-time job as a barista. I have decided to cut my hours down, so hopefully I won't have to be there as much very soon, and I can focus more on this kind of thing. But at the minute, because I'm still full-time there, it's a very difficult thing for me to get weekends off. If anyone works in retail, hospitality, you are fully aware of how big of an ask it is apparently if you want a weekend off. I am gutted that I won't be able to meet anyone or see anyone. That is a shame, but I'm sure I'll be at some other horror related thing. It's me, of course I'm gonna be there. Me and my friend Charlie, who I have a YouTube with called Re-Benge, like re.benge. We have our own YouTube channel and we will be visiting LA. We've already been together. It was fun the last time we went. We went Pasadena, went all the Halloween locations. Halloween's his favourite movie of all time. So we went and took some photos behind the hedge, saw Laurie's house, saw the Myers house, saw the Rialto. Charlie didn't realise the reference for Rialto. He didn't realise it. I'm pretty sure it's the same theatre that was used in Scream 2. But I went because I'm a really big fan of La La Land and it's where they have their first date officially. So I was like, I have to take a photo for this. I never posted the photo because I thought I looked clapped. But either way, I don't think I've got it on here, have I? If you can see there, that is the Rialto Theatre. I did get a Polaroid of it. I'm obsessed with taking Polaroids everywhere I go. We'll be going to LA. We don't really have any plans this time. I've got plans to meet up with a few friends that live in LA. I've made a few friends since going to Silver Scream Con, which is pretty cool. Everyone literally lives in LA, which is the dream. I would love to live there, but obviously it's tough. It is a tough country to get into, America is. I think we're there from the 4th to the 10th. No plans, just gonna kind of go along, wing it. We'll probably go visit all the other horror related places, take photos. I don't think they'll have any of the Halloween stuff left up because obviously it's just after Halloween, which is a shame. I really wish they did, but well, they're too late, I guess. Either way, I just love being in LA. I feel like it's one of those places, it just feels home for me. I don't know how to describe that. It was when I was a kid growing up, I had this obsession with New York. I always thought New York was going to be the place I wanted to live, wanted to be. And then I visited, and not that I was like, oh, it was very much like I visited. It was absolutely amazing. It was everything that I thought it would be. But also I was there and I was like, I wouldn't live here. Like I wouldn't. I would visit here very often. It's very cool, very fun. Everything is just vastly different to the UK, which is what I love about it. But I wouldn't live there. I went to LA with absolutely no thoughts of what it would be like. And I was just instantly like, oh my god, I need to be here like all the time. Everything about it, I'm just like drawn to it. I don't know what it is, but I am obsessed and I would love to live there one day. I've been there like 4 times this year. I think I've got a few more gigs here and there. I haven't got anything actually for the after LA for this year because obviously that's November. And then it's gonna be December. It's basically gonna be Christmas time, so I haven't got any actual plans for the rest of the year. After that, probably just some gigs here and there, I'm pretty sure. But when I get back, the only thing that I've got booked is I may have bought myself a ticket to go see Metallica in Philadelphia. I bought one ticket and was like, I'm going, I don't care, I'll figure it out. I went to LA on my own the first time in like September last year, so I feel comfortable with traveling when it doesn't really bother me. I have a great time anyway, and I find it so much easier to just travel on your own because you don't have to worry about anyone else or anything. You just do what you want when you want and just focus on whatever you've got to do, and it's so much more peaceful. I love it so much, so I'm really looking forward to going, even if I have absolutely no plans and no means to get there yet. I haven't booked anything, I've just got the ticket and I'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's literally how I live my life at this point, I think. Okay, so this is difficult. I actually don't have one. I go through like phases of what I like. I do constantly crave like a salt and pepper tofu like Chinese dish. I had a really good vegan like chicken dish from a Chinese in Massachusetts when I went, and it was incredible, from just like a random Chinese takeout that like had a whole vegan section. That was really fucking cool. But I genuinely don't have like a favorite meal. I wouldn't say I'm like even that picky. Like as long as I can eat something, I probably will just like it. I'm not gonna lie. I do primarily, I think, like Mexican food, Although I'm not like good with like spices and stuff, I'm so bad with spicy food. I cannot handle it. I'm just not built for that shit. Which is a shame because like a lot of spicy foods like got really good flavors and everything. I made such a mess of that. Such a damn mess. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite vegan food. I really don't. I like Mexican food. I like tofu. As I said, I feel like I would just eat anything. If I can have it, I know that there's nothing in it that I'm like not gonna be able to have. I probably will like it. I don't really feel like I've ever really had a vegan food where I've been like, oh, that's terrible. Unless it's like, you know when you go to a specific restaurant that's just like, they have one vegan option, they don't know what they're doing, and then you're like, oh, that's like the only time I'm a bit like, oh god, okay. But then that's like just down to people not knowing how to cook. I should make one though. I don't know why I don't have an account. This seems like a very me thing to have, but then my reviews would just be so unhinged. I don't think I'd ever have like a normal review. I think I'm going to try and review Terrifier 3 once it comes out and try and get it up ASAP. That's what she said. That's what she said! I will make one. I will definitely try and get on that ASAP. Yes, I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. I feel like it was actually obvious. I don't know. I don't think it was meant to not be obvious. Like, I don't think they were like, going to be like, ooh. Like, I know it was like a who did it kind of situation. I don't think they were trying to be too elusive about it. I feel like they were kind of hinting at it the entire time. Like, the whole beginning was literally, if you haven't seen it yet, why? But this is a spoiler. But at the beginning, it literally shows her as a kid with her dad, like, talking about her having to say, I will not accept a life I do not deserve.
I will not accept a life I do not deserve. I do not.
Him on the TV doing the exact same thing about her as a kid. I just feel like it was very obvious. I didn't expect it to be like a full-on cult, if that helps. I didn't really guess that part, but I did guess that he was the one killing everyone because he was very much choosing people specifically just around her. I felt like that was obvious. I don't know, but that movie, please go and see it. It's so good. I'm really sick of people comparing it to X and comparing it to Pearl, because if you think about it, when Pearl came out, everyone was like, what the fuck, this isn't X, this is weird. And now Pearl is like the iconic one. People are like, what the hell is Maxxxine? I'm sick of it. They're all different films, and Maxxxine is not a psychopath. That's the whole point. She's not Pearl. And people keep thinking there was going to be so many more kills from her. There's not. She was never a killer in the first place. She was just defending herself and her friends in the first movie. And I know she killed Pearl. Did she kill Howard? No, he had a heart attack. So kind of, but not. I know she killed Pearl, but like, she's not a killer, so I don't know why everyone watched Maxxxine and they were like, why isn't she killing everyone? She's not a killer. She is a normal person that was pushed to kill, essentially, because all of her friends were being murdered around her. God damn it. But sorry, to answer your question, yes, I did guess the killer correctly. Yes. Unfortunately, I like men, despite men. You know what I mean? As much as I love this question, it is the one question that kills me every time I have to answer it. Just because I have so many comfort movies, I have so many movies where I just think as a movie, they are perfect movies. There's movies where I'm just like, I know that they're not that good, but I am obsessed with them. And it's so easy for me to just say Scream, and I usually do say Scream because I feel like, one, it's iconic. It is. I know that everyone says Scream's their favourite movie, or like most people do, and I get it, and I get that it's like probably annoying to keep hearing it, but it is incredible. It's iconic, and we need to stop acting like we can't just like things just because of how big they are. That's what she said! Also, I hold Candyman very close to my heart because as a child it was my favourite movie growing up. I watched it every single day. I had such a ridiculous obsession with this movie. I don't know what it was, but I had such an obsession with it. I loved it so much. And when I met Tony Todd, I legit cried. I made sure that I walked past his panel before I met him because I knew for a fact I'd see that man and get so emotional. I love Tony Todd so much, and when I met him, he was so sweet. I've got a really cute picture with him. That was like post tears. My face looks a bit swollen, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he realised, which is convenient, but he was so lovely, genuinely adorable man. I didn't even get to tell him that Candyman was my favourite movie / comfort movie of all time. I kind of was just like, oh my god, Tony Todd, you know? Happens, what can I say? Also, Hostel. I don't want to hear it, but Hostel is one of my comfort movies. I just recently met Eli Roth, and when I tell you, I've never been so starstruck in my entire life. I just stared at that man. The amount of people that were around me at the time that were like, Jade, to come and say hi, and I was just like, sit down. What the f***? This man is right in front of me. Are you kidding me? I could not. I was gonna have a breakdown. I bet he could sense it. I bet he was like, God, this girl is just a problem, because I was just like, if you saw my Massachusetts vlog, you will see me having a meltdown meeting Eli Roth. Another film that I do hold very close to my heart is Hellraiser. Loved Hellraiser since I was a kid. I say recently, like maybe a couple months ago, went and saw the house from Hellraiser because it's in London. Made Charlie drive me out to it just so I could see it. I feel like we're going like top 4 or 5 at this point because I've already said Scream, Candyman, Hellraiser, Hostel, Evil Dead. Evil Dead is the iconic movies for me. I love the X franchise a whole lot, but they are my top ones for sure. But these ones are definitely going up there for me. As you can tell, I've got them tattooed, so. I always wanted to be something in entertainment, I think. I always like had like the I guess like the non-job type goals. I basically knew from being a little girl I didn't want to work. A singer, I wanted to be an actress. I only ever wanted to do anything that was like entertainment. Maybe this is me being like, I need to be the center of attention. Who knows? It could be that, but that's all I wanted. I just wanted to be not even famous. I just wanted to have like a really cool job where it was entertaining people. And I remember, I feel like a lot of girls did this for sure. I used to put on like little shows. I'd throw little concerts for people in my like neighborhood where I'd like play guitar and sing to them. I'd try and get my friends involved, and they probably hated it. They probably were like, God, please fucking stop this shit. But I couldn't stop it. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to entertain people. I taught myself to play guitar when I was 8 years old because I wanted to be Avril Lavigne. I was obsessed with her. I feel like, I know this is really cliche, but I know that the world it just seems to be getting worse, let's be real. And the only time you can kind of just like take a break from your thoughts, essentially, you'll just go on like YouTube, you'll watch some videos, you'll watch a movie, you'll listen to some music, and that's like a way of escaping naturally. So I started streaming on Twitch about 3 years ago, maybe a little bit more now. I remember it being May, so I'm pretty sure it was 3 years ago. If I needed to relax, I would put on some of those like streaming stuff, and I would see how many people would go into those streams, and everyone was like do you mind? Everyone was so nice to each other, like so welcoming, and I was like, I would love to do something like that. I would love to have like this little cute community where everyone just like hang out with each other, just be able to just like talk about their day, just have a nice time, essentially. My whole thing was that I just wanted to have this like cute community where everyone could just chill out, talk absolute shit. We could just yap on whatever. I used to play games quite a lot on there, but then I realized that I couldn't talk as much because I was too busy trying to focus on not dying in games, and I die a lot in games. If you've ever watched me play a game, you know that I'm not built for it. I enjoy it, but I'm not built for it, you know. I'm not a gamer girl. I'm just someone that hopes for the best and wings it essentially. And recently I feel like I've really managed to grow the community. I got partnered on Twitch, which is really cool. I never thought that that was going to happen because I was told by a few people in my life that it was never going to happen. I was streaming for 3 years with average of like 7 viewers. Every day I would look and see my stream summary at the end of it and be like, I'm spending so much time doing this and I feel like I've only got like a few people in here. And it wasn't even always the same people. I feel like it was the same people, I wouldn't have felt as bad about having like such a low viewership, because then I'd be like, oh, this is like a cute little community. Like, oh, it's still a community because it's people that are all together. Like, that's cute, whatever. Because it was different people all the time. I was like, oh, like, I'm not really doing much with this. Like, started to do really well. And I realized it was because I started to do more talking streams, and people like to talk. That's the thing. Like, as humans, we like to talk about our lives. We like to talk about our problems. We like having someone to talk to, or someone just to listen. Or if we are having a bad day, we might just want to watch someone that's just talking about their own day, or like being funny on the internet and whatever. And I'd like to think sometimes I'm funny at least. So what have I done to my hair? Jesus Christ. I feel like at least I like kind of created that kind of safe space for people to be able to talk to each other, have a nice time. We're very like a very jokey community for sure in my stream. But we're all very kind to each other. We just like to roast each other as like it's a love language, you know. I feel like some people get that, some people don't get that, and that's fine. If you don't get that, you don't get it. But if you do, you'll be very welcome in my stream. You'll love it. Don't think I ever had like this whole mindset like, I want to be a president, I want to be the prime minister. Oh god, well, that's my worst nightmare. I don't want to tell people what to do. Don't listen to me for advice, you know. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm winging it. I'm hoping for the best. See, I essentially just wanted to do a more creative type of job, although I never thought like being an artist or anything like that. I did at one point want to be a special effects makeup artist. I would say that I'm pretty good at it. I'm definitely not bad at it. But where I live, once again, there's like no opportunities. You'd have to move to a city, which would be fine, but cities, one, are expensive. Two, there's no guarantee you're gonna keep that job. The money is not even that good, if I'm being honest. It's really not that great. And there's not a lot of demand for it anymore. I do enjoy doing it. I feel like I would probably do it more as a hobby. If someone ever did ask me to do any makeup for like a movie or a film, I probably would. Like, it'd be really cool. But I kind of like this whole being able to just talk to people for a living, you know, like provide some kind of entertainment, just yapping my way through life. I enjoy it and I meet some really cool people through it. I've made some really cool friends. I have like such a nice community on Twitch. I'm very grateful for how far I've come in the last year, considering like a year ago I was at, maybe not necessarily, a little bit more than a year ago, I would say I was at my absolute lowest. I'd been in such a long time, genuinely was just going through it every day without fail, never feeling like I was gonna have a good day. All of a sudden things just clicked for me and I just thought, I'm just going to focus on Twitch, I'm going to just focus on this, and then that started to do really well and I'm pretty content where things have gone. Yeah, if anyone wants me to be in a movie, I'll still do it though. I'll absolutely still do it. Just put me in there, it's fine. I have a performing arts qualification. Doesn't mean I can act, but I have a performing arts qualification. I have a music qualification as well. Doesn't mean I can sing. I can kind of sing. I can sing to an acceptable level where people won't be like, wow, that's offensive, but yeah, just put me in a movie, why not? It's giving who? Okay, I'm gonna quickly get dressed and I will answer the last question. Okay, I'm dressed. I am pretty sure I have a ridiculous amount. I think 63. I have my whole back done. I have this leg. I like that click. I like the fact that my leg actually clicked. I have a whole leg. I have most of this arm, this arm, my stomach done. You know, I've got many. I'm pretty sure I've got 63 tattoos done. I'll probably get more as well, and I know that my mum hates it when I get tattoos done, but then she does eventually grow to it and be like, actually they look nice, but at first she's like, why are you ruining your body? As if it's not already covered anyway, like come on. If I want tattoos and I think they look cool, I'm getting the tattoo, it's not your body, like how is it a problem? Anyway, my hair is greasy AF for some damn reason. Anyway, thank you for watching my video while I just essentially rambled on while doing my makeup. I kind of look gross, I'm not gonna lie. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit more about me. I didn't answer all the questions because one, there was too many, and two, some of them were just questionable. So I ain't answering those ones, you know. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, all those other things. I have other socials, I have a Twitch, I have other things to see me on, I guess.
Huh?
Have a good day, evening, wherever you are. I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.